What's going on, guys? This is Evan, the Xenogears enthusiast, bringing you a compilation of Search and Destroy gameplays. The other day I might have played 50 Search and Destroy matches just to try to get a feel for the game mode, and I gotta tell you, as much as I want to like it, I hate it. The idea of Search and Destroy just sounds absolutely fantastic to me. No bad spawns, nothing like that. But upon actually trying it out, I found that there was just a host of problems I experienced with it. First off, the weapon selection is extremely limited. I see pretty much everyone running around with maybe a limit of 3 weapons. I mean, sure, you get your outlier weapons there, but as a rule, all I see is the FAMAS from the assault rifle class, the AK-7U from the submachine guns, which, by the way, I see probably twice as many AK-7s as FAMASs, and I see the L96 sniper rifle. Now, I have no problem with the sniper rifles. You know, I think if you're going to snipe, use the bolt action. Why not? But I gotta tell you, for the submachine guns, I understand that the AK-7 is your best option. And everyone should, everyone wants to use the best option, but don't you get bored? Mix it up a little bit, guys. Stop running around with lightweight, AK-7U, then just, random second and third perk, usually steady aim or hardened, whatever, it doesn't really matter. By the way, just so you know, I think the hardened setup on the AK-7 is the best, because you're just going to run into other people using AK-7s. So I guess the guy that flinches the least will probably win. The Sleight of Hand Pro is a good choice as well. So, lots of experience with Search and Destroy. Pretty much everyone would enter games in groups of 4 or 5 as parties, which makes a lot of sense for Search and Destroy. But I sadly don't have a party to run with because no one likes me, and I can't buy my friends because I'm poor. But really, I mean, if you don't have a party to roll with, Search and Destroy can be extremely frustrating. Because you start to wonder, why is my team so bad? Why can we not win battles? I don't understand. And then you start to realize you're not winning your battles either, because that was my experience. So during the day, it wasn't so bad. I found more variety of parties, but as the night went on, I just started running more and more big stacked teams of friends, and furthermore, my connections got worse later and later on at night. Which is kind of strange because, I even set my search to local only, or whatever the search option is that keeps your games to your geographic region, and I was still getting 2 bars almost every game. And this is from night to night to night. Weekends, weekdays. My Search and Destroy experience was awful for that reason, and nothing is more frustrating than that, at least to me. A big reason for that is Search is such a sort of a twitch reflex kind of mode where what battles can be decided by, the millisecond. It's not like, you lag for a moment, lose a battle, respawn, go get him, or keep playing on, If you die once, it's over for that round, and that's a big deal. Another problem is I tend to use the Spaz for Search and Destroy. I've tried pretty much, a wide variety of weapons. I had some success with the MPL and the FAMAS, and of course the AK-7. I posted a 15-1 with the AK-7, but I don't know, that all just seems cliched, and I got some, some messages over YouTube, people saying you need to talk less about these, quote-unquote overpowered guns, or not overpowered, I just suck. I'm sorry to tell you, if you look at a stats balance sheet, the AK-7's overpowered. I'm not saying you can't beat it, and I'm not saying you often don't. If you do, more power to you. But I just gotta tell you, just pull up a stats chart, you can Google it, you get an accurate stats chart as opposed to the in-game stats chart, which is crap. And you're going to see that, wow, this weapon clearly is the most powerful. Particularly on, Black Ops maps, so there's just not a lot of long-range fighting like there should be. I mean, sure, I see the AK-7 people just get tore up on big maps like, Villa and, W&D somewhat. But as a rule, like, you're close quarters fighting, especially around the bomb area, so people just run the AK-7. Search and Destroy also is kind of gimped hard by the equipment in Black Ops. I'll get my sentry gun here, this is cool. Instead I'm just going to run out with the sentry gun like a tool instead of shooting people. But, yeah, absolutely, it's a problem. Jammer's cool. Jammer's a great counter to the other equipment. I think Jammer's a great innovation for Search and Destroy, but, motion sensors, that's just ridiculous, because you find people that are running around with Ninja Pro, I mean, they're real serious about it. They have Ninja Pro, and they run the motion sensors. So if you have Hacker Pro, they hear you. If you have Ninja, the motion sensor gets you. So they're always going to know you're coming, and they're always not going to engage you unless it's close range with their AK-7. And unless you're using an AK-7 or something like I'm using, like the Spaz, you're just going to get destroyed. And decoy grenades are an interesting way around that, but normally people don't fall for those because you always have people spamming them every match, so everyone's kind of accustomed to them. I run around with the Spaz because I typically can beat the AK-7 up close, provided I'm in a lagless environment or a very minimal lag. You know, they'll start shooting a one-shot 'em or two-shot 'em with its quick rate of fire, and it's a good experience, you know? I get to yell things into my mic, like, use a different gun, what now? But then I realize I'm only yelling at my own team, who just, you know, call me mentally deficient or other things like that, and I apologize. But really, when you start playing in a 3-bar or a 2-bar, things get hard, period. But when you're using a shotgun, it's terrible. Like when I first was playing Search, I was using the stakeout because it was classy. Get those long-range kills, you just feel like such a beast. But, yeah, two problems with that were I wasn't running Sleight of Hand Pro to get that faster scope, which in my opinion is really important on the stakeout. But also, I was just running into lag issues. I mean, those 2 seconds at 1 second of lag makes all the difference to a 3 or 4 bullet kill weapon that sprays bullets with no recoil, such as the AK-7 or the FAMAS. And I'm not saying the FAMAS is overpowered, by the way. I'm just saying I think it's the granddaddy of the assault rifles, and I see it way too much. So when you play Search, you get a very limited variety of weapons. You're almost always playing against a team. There's connection problems, there's equipment balance problems. It's just... I don't really enjoy the experience, but the mode is fun to play. I mean, every now and again I'll get in a playlist with some people who aren't taking it so seriously, and I have a lot of fun. I mean, this compilation here I think shows some gameplays of me playing against some, you know, pretty standard players and doing alright. It's when I run into the, you know, the hardcore Search players that I just don't do real well. And I find that frustrating, to say the least. I think it's interesting. I can do pretty well in every game type except Headquarters and Search. Search, I don't know what I do wrong. I've tried everything. I've tried using the assaults, trying to stay long range, then I get jumped by some dude with a AK close. I try using the shotgun, and I just get wasted from afar. I die due to lag. It's just a whole host of problems. Like the only time I consistently win in Search is when I do the ninja motion sensor thing, and everything is alright. Because then I can always fight on my terms, but that's so boring. And I can't really post videos with that, because I've already posted some pretty campy videos on like firing range, and that just takes campy to a whole new level. I mean, sitting my lazy butt by the bomb with a motion sensor and just waiting to farm the kills. I tried to nade that guy, he just blows me apart. I felt kind of stupid here. It's like, I thought I could get a cheeky nade on him.
Get ready for the next round.
So yeah, these are edited if you didn't notice. I've edited out the rest of the videos after I die because I just don't really feel like you guys want to watch some random person play. Let me know in the comments if you do. I have some more Search games that I do reasonably well to upload, but I didn't want to overdo it on the Search videos because I don't find them that interesting to watch.
Search and destroy.
The coolest Search videos I see are always like the crazy tomahawk kills off the camera spy. I see you! I'm gonna knife you at the bomb from across the map. Yeah, that's always cool. One more thing I had to throw out there for people watching this video, I don't have a lot of Search and Destroy advice for you, except run with a party, use the strongest weapons in the game, and, you know, run low kill streaks, but that should all be self-explanatory. One other thing I will throw out there, and I think this is to everyone's benefit, if you didn't already know. If you are going to play Search and Destroy, if you have the bomb, you know, don't pick up the bomb if you're just going to sit around and camp. Don't do that. That is absolutely ridiculous, and it just frustrates me to no end. Secondly, don't be that guy on 6-on-6 who sits at the spawn and doesn't participate in the actual battle and just kind of waits everyone's dead so they can try to, like, I don't know what they're doing, trying to clinch the mission, trying to get more experience, trying not to die early. Whatever it is, it drives me insane. If you're not really good at Search, or you're not rolling with a good party, it will devastate your KDR. Because, I mean, in Search, if you're just going 2-0, like 2 kills to 1 death, you know, you're already doing a really good job for Search. Like, going 2-0 or 2.0 KDR on Domination, Team Deathmatch, Demolition, that's a lot easier. I mean, on this mode, you know, people aren't willing to risk. You know, they're not going to jack around or have fun with it. They're playing, like, serious. I mean, sometimes you run into people doing stupid things, but as a rule, you know, no one's going to be that guy who's going, like, you know, 0 and 42 who's running around trying to shoot everyone with a ballistic knife. You know, there's no one to easy farm your kills. I do think it's more skill intensive. Maybe not skill intensive, but it's different. In my opinion, it's not necessarily skill intensive, but it's heavily geared towards defensive tactical gameplay, which is why I like it. I just don't like all the things that come with it. I'm kind of rambling a lot about Search because I'm not an expert on it. I haven't played enough of it. But, I've played enough that I can do this commentary and kind of share my initial thoughts on Search, and they're not that great. I either feel like I sit around and camp with my motion sensors, or I run around and get killed by the guy camping with the motion sensors. Jammer was the best counter I found to that, and it was a lot of fun, but eventually people on the playlist wisen up to you, and once a radar gets staticky, they know, that Ego Xeno weirdo's out there with his Spaz silence. I'm just going to scope up on the doorway here. I've run into a lot of people Search that randomly equip Tac Mask too. That's just a random thought on the side. And I was pretty excited to see that. I'm like, alright, some Tac Mask people. I'm going to try to get the diffuse here, and I hear this guy. I'm not using a headset for this match, but I hear him, so got lucky on that one. The gameplay's winding down here, a couple minutes to go. I just want to share, what you guys think of my sniping video? I don't know if it was just really boring because it was sniping, or if it was maybe a little exhilarating. I still got my first thumbs down, and that's perfectly cool. I mean, thumbs down the videos as much as you want. The fact that you're thumbing them at all is pretty sweet to me. The fact that you're even interacting with them is just really cool. So, thumbs down. If you want to tell me I'm a noob, that's sweet. I know I'm pretty awful at this game, but I'm still putting commentaries. Anyway, like every video, I want to wish everyone a really happy holiday season. It's coming up really soon, so every video I feel obligated to throw it out there again and again. But when the new holiday season comes, new, yeah. I get ammo out of all my care packages in all these search and destroy games, even the ones I don't post. I got spy plane and ammo in pretty much all of them. Now, that's the norm, statistically, but it'd be nice just every now and then to get that wildly sweet kill streak package. I got my Valkyrie rockets. I'm using those as prestige to try to make my gameplay videos a little more entertaining. I think it might be fun to watch me fly the guide by wire missiles and just totally screw it up because I suck at it. Plus, I think they're just legitimately hard to fly. I mean, you bump into the smallest little thing and they blow up, or they just, before the glitch was fixed, you just fire and they blow up on you. That was the worst. But, yeah, this is the end of the gameplay, and as always, thank you all for watching. Just so everyone knows, I had a lot of really bad gameplays on Search before I had this good one. These good ones, rather. So, thanks for watching my little compilation, and please subscribe, keep watching my videos. Keep thumbsing them down, give me all the feedback you like. Bye.